Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. In the trial of Hashim Thaçi, Bashkim Smakaj, Isni Kilaj, Fadil Fazliu, and Hayreddin Kuçi, the single trial judge on the 15th of June granted a request by the Fazliu defense team to extend the deadline to submit their final trial brief due to unforeseen personnel issues. For reasons of fairness, the single trial judge extended the deadline for all defense teams and ordered them to file their final trial briefs by the 3rd of July, or 3 working days after a pending interlocutory appeal by the prosecution has been decided on. In case the evidentiary proceedings cannot be immediately closed following the decision on the interlocutory appeal, the parties will be consulted on the further conduct of proceedings. This case is the 6th trial before the Specialist Chambers. The first completed case was that of Hisni Gustati and Nasim Haradinaj, who were convicted of intimidation and other offenses against the administration of justice in May of 2022. They were conditionally released in 2023 and completed their sentences in 2024. The second completed case involved Salih Mustafa, who was convicted of the war crimes of arbitrary detention, torture, and murder in December of 2022, and ordered to pay reparations to the victims, all of whom were Kosovo Albanians. Mr. Mustafa was initially sentenced to 26 years of imprisonment, and this was reduced on appeal to 15 years imprisonment with credit for time served. The third case completed before the Specialist Chambers was that involving Piotr Shala. Mr. Shala was convicted in July 2024 of the war crimes of arbitrary detention, torture, and murder, and ordered to pay reparations to the victims, predominantly Kosovo Albanians. Mr. Shala was initially sentenced to 18 years of imprisonment, and his sentence was reduced on appeal to 13 years of imprisonment with credit for time served. The court's fourth case involved obstruction of justice. Sabit Yanuzi, Ismet Batyari, and Haji Shala pleaded guilty to intimidation and other offenses in December 2024. Mr. Yanuzi and Mr. Batyari were conditionally released in February 2025 and completed their sentences in October 2025. Haji Shala was conditionally released on the 10th of February 2026 following a modification of his sentence. Finally, in another ongoing trial, Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Salimi, and Jakub Krasniqi are facing charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity. They have pleaded not guilty to all charges. The evidentiary phase of the trial has concluded, and the trial panel is currently deliberating and will issue a judgment in due course. The Specialist Chambers continues this week with the publication of a series of explanatory videos reflecting on the Specialist Chambers' mandate and work. In the first video, KSC President Ekaterina Trendafilova explained how the independence, impartiality, and professionalism of judges is ensured. This week's videos provide detailed information on detention and provisional release at the KSC, on humanitarian visits by detainees to Kosovo, and on the application of international fair trial standards. Videos can be accessed in Albanian, English, and Serbian on the website and on the KSC's social media channels.